understand how busy you are. In saying all that, a lot of people talk about how the money can make a difference, and the money is the only way that we can move forward. I'll tell you a little bit of an anecdotal story about how this kitchen came to be. I was at a cafe, a local cafe, Lotus Cafe. It's just downstairs from where my office is. And I met someone, and it happened at the time that I was having a beard. It was one of the first times in my life that I had grown a beard. And a gentleman came up to me and said, "Excuse me, are you Waleed Ali?" For those of you who don't know, Waleed Ali is a very talented, much more talented journalist and TV presenter. This amused me quite a lot, and I said, "No, I'm not." But thank you for the flattering comment. I hope it was flattering. Him and I struck a relationship and a friendship over the next 8 months. I brought him to meet Swamiji when we were in the house, Swamiji, in the old house in Springfield Lakes, and he was very, very passionate about having a community garden, and he wanted to do it in Bell Domain and all the rest of it. And I said, look, these are places that we can't touch. But he fell into the category where people thought that because of my surname that I could just go and put a community garden anywhere. And I said, that's certainly not the case. But we had a wonderful conversation with Swamiji, and I came to the opening of the community kitchen. And Jamie, this is my friend Jamie Herbert, he was instrumental, if not he was the one who came and built the community kitchen, Swamiji. And that all started for being mistaken for being Waleed Ali. And Swamiji had received about 3 quotes before that to build a community kitchen, both which, all 3 were quite unfeasible. And through this meeting, Jamie, I continued to meet Jamie. I met him last week, and he said, he doesn't believe in Vedanta. He's just a spiritual person. But he said, you know what, Swami looks after me. He gives me a few meals here and there, and I'm quite happy to do it. We have other volunteers like Anne. Anne comes. She's a very well-renowned horticulturalist. In some way, and for all of us who are Vedanta followers, we believe that the Trinity will come and show us the light. If we put in the effort, if we pray, if we do our work diligently, Thakur, Amma, and Swamiji Vivekananda, they will bring the people to us. This young lady, she knew us from nowhere, and she has come and built a beautiful community garden. A beautiful community garden that is free for our whole community to use. If a couple, if a family, especially right now, some people have gone from being prosperous to jobless. Some people are in risk of losing their homes. And they might not have an extra $5 to go and buy some veggies. That is something that Anne has now provided through the Vedanta Center. They can come, they can cut some basil or one of the many things that Anne has been able to provide us and take it. Now that is a blessing. And I don't know how you found this place. I don't think you were aware of it, whether it was on Google or somehow. But we're so graced and we're so blessed that you do that for us. And you do it with absolutely no expectation of acknowledgement or any monetary outcome. So we really thank you, Anne. We really, truly value you. Please stand up. And we have Sally here. Sally is wandering around, as always, doing all the work, along with Swamiji. And I'm helping Sally and Swamiji with some new signage for Ma Sarada's kitchen at the moment. And again, I introduced a gentleman called Tony Jackson. Tony Jackson runs a picture framing company in Augustine Heights. I've known him for about 15 years. He's about Australian as a meat pie. and he has no interest in spirituality or religion at all. But I catch up with him. He's been my friend for 15 years. And I said, you know, Tony, I have a place that I think they need some help with the signage, because the signage was flapping around on a Saturday, and obviously financial resources are very limited, and we use them in the best way possible, which is why we're so grateful for our volunteers. And Tony came with me in the car. He drove here. And so I was touching Swamiji's feet. He goes, I don't have to do that, do I, mate? And I said, no, you don't have to do that. And he has since been talking with Sally, Swamiji and myself about putting a sign that will do Ma Sarada and Ma Sarada's kitchen justice. And he's going to do it at cost. So when I say we talk about money, of course, money is needed to expand this movement that was started by our Holy Trinity. But you can see I've given you two examples. One, I just met a gentleman at a coffee, at a cafeteria. The other one, Anne, she came to us. And then Sally spends day and night here looking after and helping. And again, all our committee members, they're all volunteers. And look at what has been created. And I can tell you, as someone who's been part of the Greater Springfield City Group for 20 years, I said this to my father, Maha, the other day. I said, you know, I think about 2% of people are aware of this place. And I don't think I would be too far off, because I have a friend who's a personal trainer. He does yoga as well. And I said to him, I think you do. I think you know you do yoga. You need to come here to find out the real yoga. But he lives 5 streets away from here. 5 streets. And Swamiji, was he aware of it when he came? Wasn't aware of it. He didn't know it existed. And he was absolutely bewildered. And he's looking to do some more things with Swamiji. And I continue to bring a lot of people here from the community. I said, you don't have to be religious. You don't have to follow anything here. You can just come. If we're seeing a time in our life where we're so connected digitally, but emotionally we're more disconnected than ever. Suicide rates, depression, all these things. And I tell my friends who are going through such circumstances, why don't you just come here? Just sit there. If all you do is sit upstairs and cry, or spend some time, or do something, I never impose it on them, but I said, you're more than welcome. This is a place for everyone. The signage clearly shows there's so many cultures that this embodies. There's a statue of Christ, which Swami lovingly puts a Christmas tree there every year. We give hampers to our community, not just the Indian community. And so we need to disseminate that perception that this is only for Indians or only for Hindus. It is for everyone. I don't believe Ma Sarada's Ramakrishna or Swamiji said it's only for Hindus. It's only for Vedanta followers. We must help. We have the power of the Trinity in all of us, and we must use that to spread the legacy that they have left us. And that's why I think tonight's event is so special, because it is through our diversity that we find unity. We have dancers from many, many different cultures, very talented, offering up their precious, valuable time here today. I try and come here every Saturday. I haven't been the last couple of times because I haven't had access to a car, but I just wash the pots at Masara's kitchen at about midday. And I can honestly tell you, friends, when I look out and I'm looking into this forest area here, every time I return, I get such a peaceful feeling. I get such a peaceful feeling. And again, all the uncles, the aunties, the volunteers, they've all got so many things to do, and they're so happily serving meals. I asked Swamiji, what can I do to help? I said, you better not have me in the kitchen because we want to attract customers, not throw them away. So he said, maybe you can do some cleaning. So I hope my cleaning has been at least significant in some way, Swamiji. But it's a privilege. I don't consider it a duty. I consider it a privilege that I'm able to give back to this community. So I have organized my video team to come and do a video of this vicinity and how it can benefit our community, because there's a lot of people out there who need help. There's a lot of people out there who need guidance. There's a lot of people out there who say, you know what, we care. The whole purpose of this kitchen is to make money, and that money is put towards giving people hampers, people who need it for free. They're having a rough time. They might not be able to until their next salary check comes for 4 days. So the hamper, each hamper, as I understand, can provide a family of 4 amenities for 3 days. And that's what all this is for. So again, we are celebrating through the form of dance and song today that we have the honor of helping our community, but we can all do our part. You don't need a certain surname, or you don't need money. You just need to spread the word. And that is how Thakur did it. That's how Amma did it. That's how Swamiji Vivekananda did it. And that's how our own Swamijis do it. And we're blessed to have both of you here today. So ladies and gentlemen, what awaits you, that was my speech from the heart. Now I have to give the speech that Minika wrote for me, which is a much better speech. But I do want to say, you are all VIPs here tonight. You've taken the time and you actively participate. So how about we give yourselves a round of applause. What awaits you in just a few minutes is a unique, diverse and exciting array of music and dance and talent from performing artists, as I said, from all over the world. Different faiths, different cultures. This is a program that reflects a basic value and tenet of the Vedanta philosophy, that religions are all rivers leading to the one ocean. The acceptance of all and the striving to promote unity in diversity. If we can take nothing else from today, let us take that, unity in diversity. Without further ado, let us start tonight's multicultural event. Please welcome my friend Shannon Ruska from the Yagara people to deliver the welcome to country. Shannon?
Thank you. How is everyone this evening? That's good. It's an honor to be here actually, and to hear the stories of what you're doing and achieving here is great, and especially in this time that we all face across the world, and also beyond that time as well. I think that when we get working into the lives after the turbulent times now, we must not forget what we went through, and those friends, dear friends that lost their jobs and had their life flipped upside down, but not also to forget those that were in it before it and needing those little things like a bit of veggies and things like that. I think it's very, very important to all the different cultures across our nation. I'm from the Yagara people. Our country goes from the Brisbane River all the way out to the Great Dividing Range near Warwick and also to Toowoomba. My great-great-grandmother was known as Daisy Maminda. She married a man from Stradbroke Island, the Brisbane tribe, and his name was Mookin. He became like a mayor of the Aboriginal place called Deebing Creek, which is just over the hill. And you all know where Mount Flinders is? Yeah, Mount Flinders is a very, very sacred mountain to our people, all the different clan groups, and it's a place called Bagumpan, and Buga means something sacred, so that is a sacred mountain to our people. There's 2 different versions of stories from the different families that occupied the area, I'm a songman of the tribe, and I'm also a storyteller. So every mountain that goes from here to Boona, the rivers in between, the creeks, my job when I was young, well, I didn't know it was my job, but when I was young, I played rugby league a lot. And I loved playing, and I made Queensland and played for Redbank Plains and all that kind of thing. But I had a bit of an accident, and so I couldn't play anymore. But after that, while all my cousins and friends were playing football, I was still able to move around. I'd always sit with the elders, and the elders would tell me stories. And I didn't realise that today how important these stories are, and that not all of us got to learn them. So my role was to tell the ancient stories from a long time ago. We call it dream time. The past, the present, and the future. It is a legacy we leave as elders one day to pass on to that next generation. I'm going to sing you a song. And this song is, I suppose, like a national anthem. It was taught to me by a lady that was in the Perga mission. She went to a place called Weecare, which was an Aboriginal respite. And that's where I sat with a lot of the elders. She was from a neighbouring tribe, the Waka Waka people, which starts from around Esk and goes towards the north. And this song is called Garingenanan. Here I have lived. Njoja mo beron on the flat treeless plain. Ngayan man marangai. This here, it is my home. Jagon gun garono. This land here, we shall remain forever. And this is what the elders would sing. And they would gather up in the Bunya Mountains, about 250 kilometres northwest of here, and all the tribes would come. We're about to do it again to make history after about 90 years. The call out has gone, and people from as far down that used to come as South Australia will be making their trek back up to the Bunya Mountains from the islands up north. And we had people from Northern Territory. In the old days, they would walk. Now we catch a plane or drive. It's quicker. Or jump on a bus and you can sleep on the way. But this song here is about the Bunya Mountains. It's our national anthem for around southeast Queensland. And I'm a singer of the tribe, and I sing this not only to teach the younger generations, but people from overseas and all of Australians as well. We take the young fellows and teach them culture to give them opportunity to travel overseas and share that with the world. This song, Garingenanan. Can I get you to clap along, please? Thank you. Yan man maringay kapon kon ganyo yan man marangay kapon kon ganyo ya karingan danan me jamu birono karingan danan me jamu birono. Thank you for clapping. On behalf of my people, and repeat it after me, it's a welcoming word for the area. We say Yanma. Thank you very much, and congratulations again for the people getting this going, and we're right behind you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon. We would like to invite up to the stage Swami Atmeshananda, the resident monk of the Brisbane chapter of the Vedanta Centre, Senator Shane Newman, MP and Federal Member of Blair, and Councillor Nicole Jonick, Division 2 Ipswich City Council, to light the lamp and start tonight's proceedings on an auspicious note. Lighting of a lamp is a traditional Hindu custom at the commencement of any significant event. Symbolically, it represents the dispelling of darkness and the removal of obstacles. The lamp will be lit to the voices of the young students of the Vedanta Centre's youth group, Bala Sangha, who have prepared a video of invocatory prayers.
Voices of angels, ladies and gentlemen, please give them a warm round of applause. We have some gifts for our VIPs. So, Nicole, Charisse, and Sheen, could I please get you to... Swamiji, no gift for you, sorry. I would like to thank Shane, Charisse, and Nicole for being here tonight. Like I said, they get invited to 100 things, and they are always very, very active within the community. I had to take a moment because I didn't recognize Charisse. I thought she was a Bollywood actress and she was Indian garb. So Nicole, if you need some help in an Indian outfit, Reena is very skilled at tying a sari, or maybe Charisse may be able to give you some assistance. Shane, I just said that you look very North Indian, so you fit the role perfectly.
Very similar to me. I think like shirts.
But Shane has been a huge supporter of our area for a long, long time now. A huge advocate of Greater Springfield, and we appreciate that. Charisse, since you've come in over the years, you've been a huge voice of our community, fighting for pieces of infrastructure to just supporting local businesses. We're very grateful for that. And Nicole, from the time that you have taken on your tenure, we see that same passion in you. So we are very, very lucky, and we appreciate you being here tonight as well. Thank you. I would like to now introduce Dr. Ashim Majumdar, our Senior Vice President of the Vedanta Center in Brisbane. I've known Uncle for about 25 years now, Uncle.
Before you were born.
Yeah, I was trying to pretend that I was 25 years old, but that's really not the case. Uncle has been a huge, huge advocate and proponent of moving the Vedanta movement to where it is today with passion. I think it was a couple of weeks ago that I saw you. And again, I was surprised because you just have a full head of black hair still. I mean, I'm losing my hair, so I'm not sure whether you're dyeing it or not, or you've been blessed so much that you should just continue looking like a young man. So, Uncle, thank you very much for everything that you do, and please come up and address our crowd today. Give him a warm round of applause.
Narayan has such a wonderful quality of convincing people that I think he performed better than Wahid Ali. And I don't know whether you know or not, he is our permanent MC. And he's likely to be a minister one day. And it will be the federal minister, I think. And it's a great pleasure. It is a good evening to all of you. I think the other thing about Narayan's unscripted speech is better than his scripted. But mine will be all scripted. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you most cordially to the 16th annual function of the Vedanta Society of Queensland. At the outset, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, the past, present, and the emerging. This evening, we have special guests whom I feel privileged to introduce and welcome. Tonight's function is a bit different than the normal function we normally have annually with large gatherings. Unfortunately, this is a shrunken gathering with only handful and limited number of attendees due to COVID-19. However, the crew, the committee members have been quite enthusiastic to organizing this, even though it is a small gathering. The other thing is that this program is online, so for other people to enjoy from the comfort of their home. I take this opportunity to acknowledge Swami Sridharanandaji, the President of Australia, New Zealand Vedanta Society. You'll soon hear from him from Sydney. Swamiji, if you are watching, pranam and come. I welcome Swami Atmeshananda, the resident Swami of the Vedanta Center of Queensland. He is the architect of all this. Swami Tadananda, the resident Swami from New Zealand. Welcome. It is with great pleasure I welcome Honourable Shane Newman, MP, federal member for Blair. A warm welcome to Honourable Cherish Mullen, MP, member for Jordan, representing the Honourable Starling Hinchcliffe, MP, Minister for Local Government. He has a long portfolio. Local Government, Minister for Racing, and Minister for Multicultural Affairs. It is also a pleasure to welcome Councillor Nicole Jones from the Division 2 of Ipswich City Council. I thought your husband would be here, and Julian Jones. It is a privilege, I think Maha is still watching, to welcome Maha and Yoga. They are our patrons. And also I welcome the committee members of the Vedanta Society, devotees, members and community leaders, and those who are watching us. And distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome and thank you for coming with us. Little about the Vedanta, what we do here is the Vedanta affirms the oneness of existence, the divinity of the soul, and the harmony of religion. Vedanta is universal in its application. It is equally relevant to all countries, all cultures, all religious backgrounds. It is the search for self-knowledge and as well as the search for the divine. This beautiful structure, we are sitting on the outskirts of the building. This beautiful structure has been in existence over a year now. And this center is vibrant with various activities, including meditation, chanting of hymns, Vesper service, reading from scriptures, discussion of topics concerning spiritual life. Among other services, there are yoga classes, Gita classes. Whenever I get this Gita class typed by my secretary, she should write guitar classes. And Sanskrit classes and classes on meditation, spiritual life. These are held fairly regularly. We also have Balashanga, which is the classes for the children held every week, and the spiritual meeting and retreat fairly frequently. He heard the Balasanga's children as a divine voice. And it really goes to two people there. One is Menaka and the Atul. They have been instrumental in running this Balashanga. Vedanta Society is also involved with various charitable activities, such as soup kitchen and community kitchen. We have heard from Marian. And we endeavor to provide help and fund during natural disaster or difficult times. This year, millions of people have been affected by COVID-19. Many have lost their lives. We are going through a difficult and uncertain time. For that reason, may I say a prayer to the Divine. Dear Almighty, this world is filled with such uncertainty, but I am assured I can really and truly rely on the Divine. You are the never-changing, eternal, ever-present, and whose love never fails. So we can always place our confidence in you, for you will never leave or forsake us. O Divine, you are kind and your mercy endures forever. May we truly believe in you and your presence in our lives. The Vedanta Center tonight showcases its multicultural values that is held dearly by So during this annual multicultural program, The talented artists from many different countries and cultures will be presented. You have already seen the presentation from the elders from the tribal experience, and you will see many more as our MC will be narrating. Finally, I want to say that on behalf of the Vedanta Society's Management Committee, I welcome all of you. It is a pleasure to see you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle. We are blessed today to have a special message from Swami Sridharananda, the well-loved and respected senior monk and president of the Vedanta Center of Sydney. Swamiji joined the Ramakrishna Order in 1947 and has served the Ramakrishna mission in various centers around the world. He has been a significant driving force and inspiration in the establishment of the Ramakrishna and Vedanta movement in Australia. Please welcome Swamiji. Swamiji has prepared a personal message from the center in Sydney.
Dear friends, how I wish I could have been physically present with you to enjoy this multicultural annual function organized by the Vedanta Center of Brisbane. But then I am educating myself to take advantage of modern technology, and I am with you mentally, and you are seeing me physically addressing you. Generally, people think that these multicultural activities are nothing else but a little enlightened social entertainment. But dears, when the Vedanta group in Australia organizes such functions, there is a hidden importance in it. And it is my sacred duty to draw your attention to that hidden idea. I hope you will bear with me. The hidden idea is humans would like to display their emotions, display their understanding, display their capacity to express through various branches of performing arts, whether it is dance, whether it is music, instrumental or vocal, whether it is drama, so on and so forth. It is nothing else but expression of human talents, faculties and emotions. And we generally stop there. But India, in long past, since the days of the Upanishads and the Vedas, had developed a particular attitude. That attitude is, whatever you do, whatever you say, whatever you perform in this lifetime, why don't you bring in the awareness of presence of the divine every moment of your life? Don't think, my dears, it is my brainwave. I will support myself from a quote from the Bhagavad Gita. Sri Krishna says, Arjuna, says to Arjuna, through all of us, whosoever happens to read the Bhagavad Gita, Jat karoshi, jadashnashi, jadjuhoshi, dadashi jat, jat tapasyashi kaunteya, tat kurusha mad arpanam. What does it mean? Jat karoshi. Whatever you have to perform as a sense of duty, Jat karoshi, jad ashnashi. Ashnashi means whatever you absorb, the grossest of the gross food and subtlest of the subtle idea. They are all absorbable. Jat karoshi, jad ashnashi, jad juhashi. Whatever you do in fire, worship and offering. Dadashi jat. Whatever you give by charity. Dadashi jat, jat tapasyashi kaunteya. Whatever back-breaking effort you do to reach your goal. Tat kurusha. This is the special usage in Sanskrit grammar. Kurusha means you must without any escape. This is the way. Mad arpanam kurusha. Do it by submitting to me. Now, on this very happy occasion, a social gathering of multiple cultural activities, let us bring in the awareness of the presence of the divine and enjoy this so-called social entertainment into an endless spiritual journey, and let us all be blessed by the guidance of Sri Ramakrishna, the Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi, and the world-famous Swami Vivekananda. May their blessings ever guide us in the unending prayer. Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji. The Walker School of Irish Dance not only provides expert tuition in technical Irish dance lessons, it is an extended family. It offers a warm and nurturing environment where teachers share the passion and the joy of this unique dance form with their students. The school was founded in 2001 by the Walker family. Adrian Walker of Lord of the Dance is the principal teacher. The school teaches dancers from 4 years of age up into adults and from beginners to champions. Please make welcome dancers from the Walker School of Irish Dance.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, we're going to move away from using the podium. I'm just still going to try and sneak behind it, though, so I can have my notes. I have to admit, I was a bit confused when I saw the two uncles come up here to remove the podium. I said, they don't look very Irish to me. So I think the real performers deserve another round of applause. Please. The next features the South Indian classical dance form of the Bharatanatyam. The Bharatanatyam is one of the major dance forms in India, featuring an intricate interweaving of rhythmic foot patterns, gestures of the hands and eyes, and subtle expressions that convey emotion and narrative. Tonight, we are fortunate to witness the Bharatanatyam recitals from two major dance schools right here in Brisbane. This item features Ritika Priti, a student from the Nadananjali School of Dance, whose principal teacher is Mrs. Chitra Yogi Srikanta. Ritika will be performing an item called a padam. In this padam, the dancer describes the virtues of Goddess Lakshmi and invokes the blessings of the Divine Mother. This dance has been choreographed by Mrs. Chitra Yogi Srikanta. Ladies and gentlemen, let us please welcome Ritika.
யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீனே யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீனே யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீனே யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீனே பொன்னு அம்பலத்தில் ஆடும் காணி யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீனே பொன் அம்பலத்தில் ஆடும் காரணி யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீதி பொன் அம்பலத்தில் ஆடும் காரணி யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீதி பொன் அம்பலத்தில் ஆடும் காரணி யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீதி பொன்னம்பலத்தில் ஆடும் காணி யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீதி பொன்னம்பலத்தில் ஆடும் காணி யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீதி பொன்னம்பலத்தில் ஆடும் காணி யாருக்கும் அடங்காத பாலில் பரபிரம்மத்தை அடங்கியாதாயே உன்னை பாடும் வேதங்களும் அறியாதம்மாயே பாரில் பரபிரம்மத்தை அடங்கியாதாயே உன்னை பாடும் வேதங்களும் அறியாதம்மாயே பாரில் பரபிரம்மத்தை அடங்கியாதாயே உன்னை பாடும் வேதங்களும் அறியாதமாயே பாரில் பரபிரம்மத்தை அடங்கியாதாயே உன்னை பாடும் வேதங்களும் அறியாதமாயே பாரில் பரபிரம்மத்தை அடங்கியாதாயே உன்னை பாடும் வேதங்களும் அறியாதமாயே பாரில் பரபிரம்மத்தை அடங்கியாதாயே பாரில் பரபிரம்மத்தை அடங்கியாதாயே உன்னை பாடும் வேதங்களும் அறியாதமாயே யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீதி பொன்னம்பலத்தில் ஆடும் காணி யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீதி நீதி பரமன் அகம் தன்னில் பாதியாய் மாறி பரந்தாமன் சந்நிதியில் பண்பிளக்கேட்டினாய் தக்கதி மிதக்கு ஜெண்ணு தக்கதி மிதக்கு ஜெண்ணு தக்கதி மிதக்கு ஜெண்ணு தக்கதிமி தஜனு தக்கதிமி தஜனு தக்கதிமி தஜனு தக்கச்சம் தக்கதிமி தக்கச்சன்னு தரிகட தரிகடது தக்கதிமி தக்கச்சன்னு தக்கச்சம் 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 Dinadam, 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 dinadam. Dinadam, 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 dinadam. Dinadam, 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 dinadam. பரமன் அகம் தன்னில் பாதிகமாரி பரந்தாமன் தனிகையில் பண்பிளக்காய் சிரமதில் அடிபடவே சிறிதனை தோக்கினாய் சிரமதில் அடிபடவே சிறிதனை தோக்கினாய் சிரமதில் அடிபடவே சிறிதனை தோக்கினாய் சிரமதில் அடிபடவே சிறிதனை தோக்கினாய் அதிக ஜனலை வாழும் கபாசினாய் அதிக ஜனலை வாழும் கபாசினாய் சிரமதில் அடிபடவே சிறிதனை தோக்கினாய் அதிக ஜனலை வாழும் கபாசினாய் யாருக்கும் மடங்காத நீ அம்பலத்தில் ஆடுவோம் யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீலே நம்பலத்தில் ஆடுவோம் யாருக்கும் அடங்காத நீலே யாருக்கும் அடங்காத யாருக்கும் அடங்காத
We are honoured to have with us today our guest of honour, Mrs. Cherise Mullen MP, member for the seat of Jordan. Tonight, she is the representative of Stirling Hinchcliffe, Minister for Local Government, Minister for Racing and Minister for Multicultural Affairs. Mrs. Cherise Mullen has spent almost 10 years working in key government roles within local communities. Cherise is no stranger to the Vedanta Centre, and we are pleased to have her here tonight to say a few words. Please make welcome to the stage Mrs. Cherise Mullen, the State Member for Jordan.
Thank you so much. What a pleasure to be here. I was going to say that was a hard act to follow, but that was actually 2 hard acts to follow. That was amazing. May I begin, of course, by acknowledging the traditional owners on the land on which we gather and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. We've heard a lot of acknowledgements tonight, so whilst I won't repeat them all, I do wish to, of course, acknowledge the respected Swamis from the Ramakrishna Vedanta Order. Can I also thank the hard-working committee of the Vedanta Centre and to all of you who are here tonight, not only here in person, but also online. It's lovely to have you all. I do bring the best wishes of the Minister for Multicultural Affairs, the Honourable Stirling Hinchcliffe, who couldn't be with us tonight, but it is my pleasure to be here. As was said, I am no stranger to the Vedanta Centre. I think I came here firstly about 3 years ago when it was just a mount of dirt, and how amazing in that time to see how it has developed and how it has grown. And I truly value the work of the Vedanta Centre, not only for the practical support that you offer our community, but also the spiritual support that you offer. And I think right now, during COVID-19, that's actually just as important as the practical support sometimes. I also wanted to say that I'm so pleased that you're doing your multicultural program tonight. I am no stranger to that either. It's now in its 16th year. This is the 3rd year that I have been very privileged to attend your event, and it is a wonderful event. It's one of my favourites because I get to see some of the most incredibly diverse acts of singing, music, dance. It is absolutely amazing. And it is, I guess, also a wonderful issue to raise in terms of COVID, because I think one of the things that COVID is teaching us is that we need to be a bit kinder, we need to be a bit more inclusive, and we need to be a lot more united, and that's what multiculturalism, I think, really is all about. Of course, as a government, we value multiculturalism. We believe in an inclusive, united and harmonious community, which is why we're always honoured and thrilled to sponsor and support this event through our multicultural event program. It is, as I said, one of my absolute favourites, and so I was very glad to hear that you were able to put this event on in a very interesting way. I wasn't sure quite how you were going to do it, but look at this. Incredible, the flexibility that comes from having to do things a little bit differently in our society at the moment. But once again, thank you so much for all that you do in our community. Thank you for putting on this amazing program tonight, and I wish you all the very best going forward. Thank you.
I feel so guilty doing this, but I saw that Cherise just gracefully made her way off the stage, but I'm going to actually ask you to come back up. I don't know what your Garmin watch is telling you, Cherise, but you might need to get your steps up anyway. So, but as Cherise mentioned, she has been a representative for this area for just north of 3 years now, Cherise. Can you share with us some of your most fondest memories in this role?
Certainly. I guess for me, what I really love, it's a very big electorate, it's a very broad electorate, and I think that that's what makes it so interesting. But I have to say, if I have to mention some of my fondest memories, I actually love how diverse our community is, and the fact that I do look at me tonight, I get to dress up in the most beautiful clothes, because I really value the different cultures that we have in our community. So whether that is the Indian community, whether that is the Filipino community, I always, do their festival. And I guess it's one of the, sad things about this year that we haven't been able to do all those amazing events that we would normally do. But I absolutely love them. I love them for the music. I love them for the dance. I love it for the food. I love it all, because I think what it does is it broadens our community's broader mind about what this world is. And that's probably one of my favourite things about our community, that it is so inclusive, it's so open, and I will always love it and share it and support it.
And of course, without a doubt, you recognise that the Indians are the ones who taught Australians how to play better cricket. Would you agree with that?
Well, if you ask my father, he'd say the Greeks had something to do with it somewhere along the line.
The Greeks, wow, that threw me off base. But Cherise, now, within these uncertain times, hopefully behind us, what do you see the future of this great region and your vision for it?
I think that one of the things that I really loved about this year in a way is just how resilient our community is, like incredibly resilient. And I wasn't quite sure in the beginning how that would be. So I think we have learnt a lot. And I think there is a lot more kindness in our community now than there ever was before. I see it. I see it in the people who wave to me, and say hello, or stop to have a chat. People are valuing time more, I think, these days as well. I hope we don't lose that as we move on and forward. I hope we don't lose that chance to really think about our lives a little bit more spiritually. I think that that's actually really important, which is why I think the Vedanta Centre is so important in our community. Of course, for me, one of the critical things is, I know everyone's very focused on infrastructure in this area, of course, because we are a growing community. But the key thing for me that I really want to focus on, if I am given the opportunity, will be more along the health and social services. We do need them. There are a lot of people in our community who are struggling at the moment, who are finding it very difficult, whether it's mental health, whether it's, a range of issues. So I think one of the key focuses for me is always going to be on how we support people with more support services and things like that through our community. So whether it's our health, whether it's our mental health, or whether it's, you know, issues that people have, even drugs, alcohol, all of those things, domestic violence, they're the things that I really want to focus our community on going forward. And we'll continue to build the infrastructure because that is important, the schools, the education, because that to me is a priority as well. But yeah, that's a big focus for me, is how we get that spiritual sense of our community and make that well-being for them.
Absolutely, thank you, Cherise. Now, just a quick quiz. I'll try to extend the mic out so you don't have to keep on going back and forth. But are you aware of the dish biryani? Biryani?
Yes.
Biryani or garlic naan?
Oh, that's hard. I have to say I am a naan freak. Like I will eat naan all the time, so I would probably go the garlic naan. Yeah, that would be the preference. I'm sorry. The dosa, I was looking at the list of the dosa, I was thinking, oh, I wouldn't mind the dosa.
Okay, what else is there? Samosas, or I'm not sure if you've had the opportunity to try, but there's a dish called bhaji, which is like a deep fried, obviously fat-free, culmination of Indian, you know, just like a big onion cutlet. Or what was the other one? Yeah, samosas.
So I've had the samosas here, which were absolutely amazing. And I said, oh, I'll have one. And then I had 3. So that was beautiful. But yes, I mean, that's one of the best things. And I like a bit of spice. So for me, when they say, oh, it's a bit spicy for you, oh, don't worry. It's absolutely amazing. So any of the food here, I think I would definitely devour. I absolutely love it.
I'm going to really test you now. I'm not sure if you're aware of a dish called laddu. Yes, it's one of our favorites by one of the Hindu gods, Lord Ganesha, and it's giving him quite a pronounced belly. It also tastes fantastic. And then there's also another one called jalebi, which no personal trainer would ever recommend. It's literally just a pretzel of sugar, or gulab jamun. I'm not sure if you've tried gulab jamun. It's like a milk dumpling in syrup. So as you can tell, Indians are very conscious about their health. Which one would you choose?
How do you all look so amazing when you eat all this type of food? Like, it's amazing. I think I've tried, what was laddu again? What was that one? What's that one?
It's all sugar, really.
Oh, yeah, I think I had that recently at the Indian spice shop. They offered me some of that recently when I went to visit them. They had a COVID scare. So it was really important that we support those businesses that have had those scares, because people stopped going. And so we popped over and had lunch at Dosa Hut at Springfield, and then we went into the Indian spice shop to show our support. So that was really important. But, I'll try anything. I'll try any of the food.
Don't challenge me on that, because I'll...
You'll beat me.
So, tandoori chicken or tandoori prawns?
Oh, I've got to be honest, I don't think I've ever tried tandoori prawns.
Wow, you're missing out.
Okay.
You're missing out. Yeah.
No, that will definitely be on the menu.
So, and last one, I'll ask you, butter chicken or vindaloo?
Oh.
You said you like spicy.
I do, but vindaloo, maybe a nice tikka masala. yeah, but no. It's amazing. The food is amazing. Absolutely incredible.
Well, you've left us in a bit of a lurch. You said you like spicy, now you're going back to masala, so, but ladies and gentlemen, what a great sport. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Ladies and gentlemen, just give us one more minute and we'll be back with our next performance. So also, I was carrying on. Our next performers were all ready to go. So I'm sorry, my friends, to keep you, but I do welcome, with our full gratitude, the Asian Fusion Collective. the African Fusion Collective, I should say. I'm sorry, African Fusion Collective is a professional drum, dance, and song collective whose artists herald from Ghana and Ethiopia. The song group brings alive the eclectic rhythms, dances, and songs that celebrate their respective cultures in an enthusiastic, authentic, and genuine way. They bring complex rhythms from their homelands, entwined beautifully with joyful song and high energetic dance. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the African Fusion Collective.
Hold on.
How you doing? Good. Very good. We got more to give you. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. On my left-hand side, we have Udai, all the way from Ghana. And this is Yenenesh, all the way from Ethiopia. And my name is Niama, also from Ghana. Thank you very much. Thanks for inviting us to share our culture with you. We got some more for you.
Before we do, now, you saw me dance, you saw us sing, you saw us play, right? Right. Yes. Okay.
Right.
So, when we play music, we sing, we dance, it's a party, okay? Today's a celebration. I see you all sitting down nicely.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how we do it. No. Okay, so I'm going to show you some moves you can do in your seat or you can stand up. We just want to get loosened up a little bit. I'll show you a few steps and then we'll go into the rhythm. Niama will show you some.
I just got a few volunteers.
Oh,
my
wonderful.
friend, and they're volunteers because I say so. So we are going to choose Reina, who's my sister, so I like to punish her. Reina, stand up, please. Give her a round of applause, everyone. Woo!
Would you like to come on stage with us?
Reina, you've got to come on stage. Yes, absolutely we are. And we are going to get Uncle Majumdar to come up on stage. Give him a warm round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, don't be shy. You gotta come up here.
And I'm going to get one of the most quiet but diligent workers in the ashram, and that is Sally, to come and join us. So the three of you, come up here. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Louder than that. Louder.
Okay, I can't see you. You gotta
Reina, this is your brother talking. You're coming up. Dr. Majumdar, you are coming up because you're our leader. And Sally's coming up. So let's give him a round of applause again, ladies and gentlemen. Reina, if you don't come up in the next 10 seconds, I'm going to drag you up. And the same with you, Dr. Majumdar. I have no embarrassment about dragging you up to the stage. Come on. Do I have to jump up and get Swamiji? Can you grab him, please? He'll only listen to you. Over here, over here. Man with the full head of black hair, he can dance.
Okay, when we dance, we're not shy. So let it go. It's about having fun and feeling the rhythm. Okay? And you've got a crowd here who's going to clap for you. No laughing, just cheering. All right, come over here. All right, get closer.
Closer. Yeah, give yourself a space. Beautiful.
My goodness. Okay, you guys are so keen. I felt the enthusiasm. Okay, we're going to start with a quick warm-up, okay? Starting with your hands up. All right, just wriggle the fingers. Wriggle the toes, shake the legs. Shake everything. Shake your behind a little bit. Turn around. Good shaking, okay. Now, we're going to start with a very simple but very nice move that we do. See, come down here like this. Like you're riding a motorbike. Yeah, you do this? Okay, we're not going to do that. Hands up. So we're going to do this. We're going to pump our chest, but with the rhythm. Okay, we're going to do step 1, 2, 1. There we go. 2, 1, 2. That's it. 1, 2. Big button. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's it. Turn around. Let's go. This one's very, very difficult to do. I'm kidding. All right. So, shake your hands out. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. So you're splashing some water on your sockets. Hold up here. 1, 2, 3. So you're going to go start. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. Let's have the two moves together. Ready, drummers? Let's fire.
Okay. Yeah.
Not too fast. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Ready for the next one? Be ready for the call. Ready to go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 hand, shake it, shake it. All right, performance, thank you. Thank you. Well done. All right, I think we're recruiting, by the way. We need new dancers.
Well done, dancers. You did really well. This is your first time doing African dance. You guys look amazing. And are you guys allowed to sing? Or no?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. We are going to learn some song from Africa. Yeah? So you guys can repeat after me. Can we say moto? Yeah, you are good. Very good, good. Okay, we started. Moto. Moto, yeah. Moto, yeah. Yeah, moto. Moto, yeah. Moto is fire. In Africa. In Africa. In Africa. In Africa. In Africa. Yeah, moto. Fire! Moto. Okay, now we are going to play the drums and we are going to sing together. Are you guys ready? Yeah. Okay. So you repeat after me. Yeah, moto. Okay. I can't hear you. Maybe I'm going to push my microphone aside.
You need me. You need
Yeah.
because these guys, they just need a bit of discipline. Okay?
Really?
No, he's talking about cultural awareness and being silent
Yeah.
like mice. Okay?
Let's try again.
So, okay.
Okay.
So, who do we have here who consider themselves true devotees of Vedanta? I'm going to use a bit of bribery here, right? So before I start pulling people off that, and I'm like my father, I'm quite stubborn. So before I have to tell you anymore, I want you to raise your voices. So let's start with something simple that they can say. What can they say? Yeah, just one phrase to make sure they pull their heads in.
Moto.
Moto. Any problem?
Yeah, moto.
Yeah, moto.
Beautiful.
Yeah, moto. Moto, yeah. Moto, yeah. Moto is fire. Moto means fire. In Africa. In Africa. In Africa. Yeah, moto. Yeah, moto. Thank you very much. You guys are great. We got a dance for you. You ready? Yeah? Okay.
Whatever I do, you do, okay?
Do you need me to pull some volunteers
No.
out? You
I'm
sure?
gonna dance with this coffee.
I can take care of them.
Want me to talk?
Oh, she can't talk. Are you tired? Really?
No, just getting warmed up.
I think we finished, eh? Yeah. Yeah? I think we got these beautiful dancers out there. They want to come out.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. We have African fusion, and thanks for inviting us. Looking forward to see you next time. Enjoy your life. Bye-bye.
This childcare centre for a Christmas event or a special event. So thank you again. But I think there's so many similarities between Africa and India. So you really, really have inspired us and left us with a strong sense of spirit today. So thank you very much. Give them a warm round of applause. Now, if you don't hear from me after tonight, it's either because my sister Raina has locked me in a cupboard and thrown away the key. And I also know that my parents are watching, so I'm not sure what they think about my antics. But I will give a bit of an assessment about our three dancers. Look, I thought Raina was a bit average. But she's very intelligent and she's very talented. She's a great leader within our organization. So, but yes, don't forbode that. Just stick to your day job. And I would have to say that, Dr. Majumdar, you're a very, very successful doctor, and you have been so for decades. Please stay that way. I was just thinking, as a doctor, you must give instructions a lot of the time, but you couldn't seem to take any yourself. They were telling you to go this way and you were going this way. So anyway, you might need to do a bit more meditation. But anyway, I actually have to say, they say this about the quiet ones. The quiet ones are often the best. I thought Sally was actually fantastic. So how about we move on? I really try during the weekdays to come here during my lunch hour to meditate. Now I'm a bit worried that Sally might lock the doors on me and not allow me to come during weekdays. But please, it took a lot of courage to but for our dancers to come up, my sister's already shaking her head at me, so that's a warning sign that I better leave early from this function. But again, thank you very much to our last performers, and we have more to come. So I'll hand you over to Sri Lakshmi.
Thank you, Naren. The Thai Culture and Language School of Brisbane is the Buddhist Sunday school to develop consciousness in Thai culture, language, and Buddhism to young and adults. Today, we are honored to have them to present a traditional Thai dance. Please make them welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our performers another warm round of applause. Friends, we are honored to introduce you to another item of classical Indian dance form of Bharatanatyam. This particular piece is presented by a Brisbane-based dance school called Aishwaralaya Kallikuram. Aishwaralaya Kallikuram was established in 1981 in Sri Lanka by Mrs. Manga Surendran. The school was then moved to Brisbane in 2003, and tonight's item will be performed by Rakshika Vijaykumar, a student of Auntie Manga. Since the age of 5, Rakshika recently completed her Arangitram or dance graduation. And by the way, so did Rishika from the other performance that we had this year, this evening. This evening, Rakshika will be performing a dance piece depicted on the story of Lord Vishnu's fierce avatar, Narasimha. Please welcome to the stage, Rakshika.
நரஹரியாய் வந்தாய் நரஹரியாய் வந்தாய் நரஹரியாய் வந்தாய் நரஹரியாய் வந்தாய் நரஹரியாய் வந்தான் நாரணன் அவன் அனைத்துயிர்க்கும் பரிபூரணன் நரஹரியாய் வந்தான் நாரணன் அவன் அனைத்துயிர்க்கும் பரிபூரணன் நரஹரியாய் வந்தானவன் நாரணன் அனைத்துயிர்க்கும் பரிபூரணன் நரஹரியாய் வந்தானவன் நாரணன் அனைத்துயிர்க்கும் பரிபூரணன் நரஹரியாய் வந்தான் காரணம் மூன்று ஹரிச்சரணம் தனில் வைத்த பரமபக்தன் பிரகலாதனுக்கு அருள் தர காரணம் மூன்று ஹரிச்சரணம் தனில் வைத்த பரமபக்தன் பிரகலாதனுக்கு அருள் தர காரணம் மூன்று ஹரிச்சரணம் தனில் வைத்த பரமபக்தன் பிரகலாதனுக்கு அருள் தர காரணம் மூன்று ஹரிச்சரணம் தனில் வைத்த பரமபக்தன் பிரகலாதனுக்கு அருள் தர நரஹரியாய் வந்தானவன் நாரணன் அனைத்துயிர்க்கும் பரிபூரணன் நரஹரியாய் வந்தானவன் நாரணன் அனைத்துயிர்க்கும் பரிபூரணன் நரஹரியாய் வந்தான் ஆஸ்திகர் அனைவரும் மனம் மகிழுறவே நாஸ்திகன் கனகசிபு நலியுறவே ஆஸ்திகர் அனைவரும் மனமகிழுறவே நாஸ்திகன் கனகசிபு நகியுறவே ஆஸ்திகரனை வரும் மனமகிழுறவே நாஸ்திகன் கனகசிபு நகியுறவே ஆஸ்திகரனை வரும் மனமகிழுறவே நாஸ்திகன் கனகசிபு நகியுறவே ஆஸ்திகரனை வரும் மனமகிழுறவே நாஸ்திகன் கனகசிபு நகியுறவே தொத்தரித்தே நின்று பாலகன் தன்னை காத்திட கருணாமூர்த்தியாய் நின்று ஓம் சாந்தி ஓம் சாந்தி ஓம் சாந்தி ஓம் சாந்தி நாஸ்திகரனை வரும் மனம் மகிழுறவே நாஸ்திகன் கனகசிபு நகியுறவே தொத்தரித்தே நின்ற பாலகன் தன்னை காத்திட கருணாமூர்த்தியாய் கூடின்று நரஹரியாய் வந்தார்.
Ladies and gentlemen, an absolutely profound performance. Please again give her a warm round of applause. Now, for a taste of something different, please, flamenco dancing is a very, very unique form of dance, and we are absolutely delighted that we have got two of Australia's best performers in this area. So please let's welcome Simone Pope, and she will be joined by Stefania Gucciardo for another electric performance. Please give them a warm welcome.
Yo estoy sufriendo, yo estoy sufriendo. Estoy sufriendo por la que está bailando. Estoy sufriendo por la que está bailando. Estoy sufriendo. Estoy sufriendo porque ella no me quiere. Y es mi tormento. Porque ella no me quiere. Y es mi tormento. Y yo quisiera ella sería para siempre. Y yo quisiera ella sería para siempre. Mi compañera. En el rocío, en el rocío, en el rocío, yo le dije te quiero, en el rocío, yo le dije te quiero, en el rocío, en el rocío, y no me daba cuenta de su marido, y no me daba cuenta de su marido. Y ella temblando, y yo también te quiero, y ella temblando, y yo también te quiero, y alma y se fue llorando. Ay, qué penita, ay, qué penita, ay, qué penita, que tenerte tan lejos y tan cerquita, que tenerte tan lejos y tan cerquita. Ay, qué penita, que yo no puedo mirar esa carita, que yo no puedo mirar esa carita. Adiós le pido, que a ti te traiga pronto. Adiós le pido, que a ti te traiga pronto mi alma, ladito mío. A mi guitarra, a mi guitarra. A mi guitarra, estoy agradecido, a mi guitarra, estoy agradecido, a mi guitarra, porque alegra las penas que hay en mi alma, porque alegra las penas que hay en mi alma. Yo lloraría si un día me faltara, yo lloraría si un día me faltara guitarra mía. Ay, 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 anda, dale, 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 quitan de que te hable, quitan de que te hable, pero no me pueden quitar los oídos para yo mirarte. No me pueden quitar los oídos para yo mirarte. Quisiera verte en hablarte. Quisiera verte en hablarte. Quisiera yo cogerte sola y satisfacciones. Vaya, a ver, anda tú. No dicen que es un bicho. No dicen que es un bicho. Y otros dicen que es un animal. Y yo digo que es la vaca que estaba puesta en esa cama. Ay, mamá, que me la lleve, que me la lleve. Ay, mamá, que me la lleve, que me la lleve. Motita, vera y no le doy. Ay, motita, vera y no le doy.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for supporting Simone and Stefania for a wonderful performance. I have to say, in some ways, it kind of reminds me of my mother when she's chasing me down the hall with those big handbag steps. And that was just last week. So, but thank you again for a really, really heartfelt performance. I would now like to welcome, to say the vote of thanks. We have one more performance, but we do just want to thank, we want to welcome Ashnil to say the final vote of thanks. For those of you who do not know Ashnil, he's here wearing this multicolored rainbow costume. Only you could pull it off, Ashnil. But Ashnil is the project manager for the Springfield Lakes Vedanta Center, of which we are here today. And he is responsible for the master planning and the project completion. And Ashnil, I think it's fair to say we have a long way to go, and under your guidance, and as well as Formage's, we hope to see that become a legacy for the region. Ladies and gentlemen, instead of going on stage, we have our final performance setting up. So Ashnil, I'll hand it over to you from here. Give him a warm round of applause. I think it's the outfit.
You have to pull the mic from this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, in the COVID world where space is very tight, you've seen my grand entrance. Respected ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all as we come close to an amazing night of events. On behalf of the Vedanta Center of Sydney, Brisbane chapter, it gives me great immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks to this wonderful gathering here. My very special thanks to the guests of honor, Mrs. Sherry Simone, Member for Jordan, representing the Honourable Sterling Eamescliffe, MP, Minister for Local Government, Minister for Racing, and Minister for Multicultural Affairs. I would also like to thank Honourable Shane Newman, MP, Federal Member for Blair. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Councillor Nicole Jonick, Division 2 Ipswich City Council, attending the function today. Nicole, this is your second time with us. I look forward to many such opportunities in the future. Our thanks to Indigenous Elder Shannon Ruska for providing the welcome to country. Tonight's function was of such high quality and entertainment because of the wonderful performances we had. It gives me immense pleasure to thank the performers of tonight's concert for their time and contribution to the success of the show. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Swami Sridharananji for his special address. And as he said, he's, even at this age, he's still learning, and we can do the same. I thank Dr. Ashim Majumdar for his attendance and his welcome address, and of course his wonderful dance. To those who provided the equipment for today's shows, I would like to thank Fong Trin and team from PNP Productions for their assistance and expertise with the sound and lighting. Thank you to the team from Festival Hire for providing the stage. It's a piece of innovation, how quickly they set this thing up. To all those who have worked behind the scenes to make this event a success, all the volunteers who have assisted with the organization and coordination of today's event, including the special dinner that you partake. A special shout out to all the volunteers of the Vedanta Center, not just for today's event, but for all that you do for the center to provide its services to the community. Thank you for your tireless effort and commitment to serve the community. You truly imbibe the motto of the Ramakrishna movement for the service and welfare of others. I have to specifically mention the contributions of three very hardworking individuals. Ladies first, Manika Thomas, who was the event manager for today's show. In amongst her work, family life, another time she volunteers at the Vedanta Center to teach yoga, music, and value-based education to the young children. She has managed to organize this amazing show. Thank you, Manika, for all that you do for the Vedanta Center and for a wonderful night of multicultural. Secondly, Preeti Suraj. Jack of all trades. There's nothing that I don't know that Preeti can't do. I think that's enough said about her. Lastly, I would like to acknowledge Swami Atmashananji, who is the resident monk of the center. Swamiji, as we lovingly refer to him, has been working tirelessly to build the center from the ground up. As you heard from Charisse, the first time she came here, it was a pile of dirt, and it's slowly growing. He has been instrumental in the construction of the center 2 years ago, and since then has initiated many ways of solidly saving the community. Swamiji, thank you for your guidance. We're very much grateful to our MCs for the evening, Naren Sinatami and Sri Lakshmi Uni. Naren and Sri, thank you for the impeccable flow of your events, and of course for your personal touch, which brings a wonderful flavor to the event. Last but not the least, a big thank you to the audience for being here today and providing an opportunity for our wonderful performers to showcase their talent. Thank you for adhering to the social distancing rules in a COVID-safe world. And on that note, a shout out to all our virtual audience who have been watching the live streaming of this event. Please enjoy the last event, and I hope you enjoy dinner. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashnil. And of course, the humble nature of Ashnil is that he left himself out of that. He works tirelessly to make sure that his vision is going to come into completion. So please give Ashnil a warm round of applause. Our friends, are you ready to rock the stage now, or would you like some more time? 30 seconds. Okay. Well, okay. I guess I can say a few more words in that time, but I would also like to personally acknowledge Mika, because she is a parent, she's a mother, she's a wife, she's a teacher, and everything she's done here is very selfless. And I can tell you, I've been emceeing events for about 20 years now. For every hour that a performance is put on, there's about 1 month's worth of work that goes behind the scenes. So I would really like to acknowledge our committee, our volunteers, and everyone who made tonight possible. And also this rather crisp weather, all of you who made the time and effort to attend tonight's event. Thank you very, very much. And we take great pleasure in introducing our final act, Toko Ton Taiko. Please give them a warm round of applause.
Thank you so much, everyone. You having fun? Yeah. We are as well. Thank you so much for having us as a part of your event. Actually, this is the first time that we've performed together as a group, as a four-piece, since March, early March. Yeah. So, yeah, it's really great to be able to come back and perform. A little bit rusty, but please forgive us. Actually, the last event that we performed at was another Indian event that happened just before the restrictions sort of came into place. So we're very, very thankful, especially to the Indian community, for just acknowledging the importance of culture and how that's such an important part of being a human being, and the opportunity to be able to share culture with each other and to just show community with each other. And what a privilege it is to be able to live here in Australia, where we can and be exposed to so many different cultures. It's a really beautiful country. And I just want to take this time just quickly to acknowledge the traditional owners, past, present and emerging. Very, very important part of what we do is to really share culture. And for us, putting at the forefront of that is the traditional culture from this country, where Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people have been for thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of years. So it wouldn't be right for us to be able to do this without acknowledging them. So we're going to play one last song for you guys. This song, talking about culture, this is actually, we're going to play a song that's from a festival in the northern part of the main island of Japan, a place called Aomori Prefecture, and there's a festival there, a nighttime festival, so it's kind of suited to this, and it's called the Nobuta Matsuri. And at the Nobuta Matsuri, they have this chanting that they do. And just to clarify, the chanting basically what it is saying, bring out your candles, because it's a nighttime festival, and so people come out with candles, and they have these big floats that sort of march down, that go down the street, and it's all about having fun and coming together as a community. So I'm going to teach you guys the words for that. I hope that's okay. If it's not, please don't feel any pressure to sing it, but there's no sort of cultural kind of there are some things in Japan where it would be culturally inappropriate for us to do outside of Japan, or even outside the area where it is, but this particular one is fine for us to participate in. So if you want to join in, feel free. We hope you do. And this is using what's called kakegoe, which is a kind of chanting that they do when they have festivals in Japan. Probably similar in India as well. You may have some things like that as well, since a lot of the culture through Asia is actually traced back to the origins of that is actually coming from India, including some of these drums as well. Okay, so I'm going to ask Chia to play. Actually, I might just quickly introduce the group. So up the end here we have Yukako. Yep. And then Shinobu, she's kind of hiding. She's a little bit shy. And behind me, or next to me here, we have the lovely Chia. And my name is Steve. Okay, so we're going to ask Chia to play a little bit of a basic rhythm pattern. And with the Nobuta Matsuri, there's a little bit of a dance that goes along with this, but it'd take a bit more time to explain. So if you feel like it, you can actually sway side to side. That's how the dance kind of goes. So I'll just ask Chia to play that rhythm pattern. Okay, so if you want to, you can sway side to side. It doesn't matter which side, just follow the ladies here. Okay, and as you're swinging side to side and listening to that rhythm, I want you guys to repeat that chant that I talked about after me, okay? All right, so when you're singing kakegoe, it's not just from your throat, it's actually from your stomach. So you're projecting your positive energy onto the community. So that's the idea of the kakegoe. Okay, here we go. La sela, la sela. La sela, sela, sela. La sela, la sela. La sela, sela, sela. Give yourselves a clap. Well done. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So as promised, we're going to play one last song for you guys. And then halfway through this song, we're going to break it down and do what we just did then. Okay. You guys ready? All right. Are you guys ready? Okay. Here we go.
Hey, ich, die, so, hey, la sela, la sela. La sela, sela, sela. La sela, la sela. La sela, sela, sela. Hey. Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Steve and team, sugoi, sugoi. That's just a brief statement of thank you, and it was fantastic. So, domo, please give them another round of applause. I love the performance. I absolutely loved it, and it just comes at a fitting time because my children, my son is 2 years old, Rehan Maha, and our daughter is Anishka Yoga, and we were passing the toy store today, and they'll say, "Daddy, can we get a set of drums?" So this confirms that the answer is no, but we still love the performance. Please give them another round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful night. Thank you for your patience. We know that we've gone a little bit overboard, but we really, really appreciate it. And I think that the time that we spent overboard was very, very worth it because it has really shown what I said. Sri Lakshmi, don't be so shy. Come and join. But it has showed that there is unity through diversity. And some of the performances here were just absolutely magnificent. And please know that the Vedanta Center, you are all very important to us. So let us give back to a place that gives us so much. And on behalf of my co-MC, the wonderful Sri Lakshmi Unnikrishnan, and myself, and Swamiji's, and all the committee, and Dr. Majunda, please stop dancing. just focus on just what you're excellent at. And thank you very much. I would like to quickly acknowledge our three VIPs. Shane Newman, Shane, your contribution towards Greater Springfield has been huge. A lot of you don't know and may not know that Shane was a huge reason that the Mater Hospital has come to Greater Springfield, and now over 18,000 people have been treated there successfully, Shane. So thank you, and that'll be a big part of your legacy in this area. Therese has constantly worked. I always see her running around and meeting new businesses, and it's fantastic and very refreshing to see a lot of our political representatives not just come to the corporate big functions, but being part of the community ones. And we appreciate everything you've done and the contributions that you have made in the last three years, which again are very significant. And Nicole, we really appreciate you and being part of our community and adding value to it, in the ways that you see fit. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. Have a great night. And how about a round of applause for Sri Lakshmi? Great job. There's meals upstairs, ladies and gentlemen. So if you can please exit from this way, there'll be some meals which have been packed lovingly by our devotees. Thank you again. Have a great night.